guys, this is Austin here, and today I'm going to be answering the question that a lot of traditional martial artists tend to neglect. Okay, so you've probably seen it where if you're studying a traditional martial art, they'll show you one self-defense movement, and then they'll say, okay, do this if you're ever in this situation. And the question came up a lot while I was teaching Taekwondo, which there are a lot of these self-defense movements in Taekwondo. This question came up a lot in Taekwondo, which was, what if the move doesn't work? Right? What if I get the straight arm lock and it doesn't work? Then what? Right? And I asked one of my instructors this, and I got what has to be the laziest answer possible. And that was, well, then you didn't get the movement right. Okay, I get it, but that still doesn't solve my problem, right? I mean, if I have a straight arm lock on a guy and he slips out, then what happens next? Now you got a bigger guy than you who is angry at you and wants to hurt you now because you failed to put on this movement correctly. So a lot of instructors tend to neglect this question. What if it doesn't work, right? And that's a huge question to ask. But my advice to you guys today is going to change that entirely, okay? My advice to you is going to be train with people on a regular basis in self-defense who don't cooperate. Learn as much self-defense as you can, and train with people that don't cooperate, and work the transitions. As soon as they slip out of the straight arm lock, then what do? Right? Well, I could bend the elbow and put it behind his back, right? And put my knee in place so he can't pull out of it. Okay, well, there's that. You could get the arm bar off of a wrist lock. You could get a whole bunch of things. These movements tend to transition into each other quite beautifully. But you wouldn't know that if you just studied the one movement within the style. So what I'm going to encourage you guys to do is cram all the self-defense together into one style and try to make that work, right? What if someone grabs a hold of my wrist? What do I do then? Well, you use the wrist escape. Well, what if that doesn't work? Well, then you try a different wrist escape, right? What if that doesn't work? Well, then you crank his wrist. Well, then what? Ask yourself all these questions. This is good to know, right? And break it all apart in your head. Work with people that don't cooperate and try to work the transitions. This is the best case scenario because you need to prepare for every worst case scenario in order to be well versed as a martial artist. So that's going to be my answer for you guys, okay? Work with people that don't cooperate and try to figure out the transitions. From a wrist lock to a straight arm bar to arm behind the back or whatever it happens to be, work the transitions. If you are in a traditional martial art, that is my best advice to you. But I'm not ever going to say something as lazy as, well, then you didn't do the movement right. I mean, say I have a math test score and it's a low one, if I ask the teacher why my test score is low, how lazy is the answer, well, you didn't get all the questions right? Well, that's dumb, right? I know that. I know I didn't get all the questions right, but can you explain to me how, right? How to get them right? So that's my advice to you. Work with people that do not cooperate and move from one movement into another, and make a style out of your own self-defense. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Take care. God bless, and I will see you guys next time.